This is my all psychic type Pokemon team for Pokemon Champions. It bounces back condition moves, removes barriers and walls, stops priority attacks, and above all does a heck ton of damage. The move Expanding Force is already a strong attack. It has a base power of 80 but goes up to 120 when Psychic Terrain is active, as well as targets both opponents in doubles. Psychic Terrain itself gives psychic attacks an extra 30% damage boost. Add a Twisted Spoon for another 20% more. Don't forget the 50% stab boost, and you are now looking at a base power of 280 damage in total. In doubles, where the damage spread multiplier is 75%, you are still hitting both targets with a base power of 210. If you want to try this tactic yourself, here's the team overview and team ID. Now let's go over stats and moves. I built this team with two variations of speed, depending on your opponent's possible team comps. Your main starters are Alakazam and Espeon, both fast enough to outspeed more than 95% of Pokemon and allow you to get a strong Expanding Force out the gate. For that reason, we are giving Alakazam the ability Inner Focus, so it can't flinch setting up Psychic Terrain, and Espeon the Twisted Spoon to buff up its attack for that first hit. If Alakazam survives the first round, you can Mega Evolve and get its own powerful Expanding Force rolling, and Espeon's Magic Bounce ability not only stops shenanigans like sleep and paralysis, but bounces them right back to the enemy, which is always icing on cake. During all this dominance, Psychic Terrain keeps you safely protected from priority attacks like Extreme Speed and Sucker Punch, as well as prankster priority moves like Encore and Taunt, making Pokemon like Sableye completely useless. If Alakazam or Espeon die by any chance, the next option is most likely for Regiroth to either assist the survivor with a helping hand for more damage output, do their own Expanding Force, or get ready to set up Trick Room for the final Pokemon in the party. The last three party members all serve different purposes, but were built with specific speed stats in mind. Reuniclus has high damage output and slow enough speed to attack before some of the slower Trick Room heavy hitters like Turkle and Golurk in an active Trick Room. Mr. Rhyme and Gallade have just enough speed to move before those same Trick Room heavy hitters when Trick Room is not active, but are slow enough to move before faster opponents when Trick Room is up and running. This allows you to adjust strategy as needed. Mr. Rhyme's ability, Screen Cleaner, lets you get rid of Aurora Veils, Reflex, and Light Screens by swapping him in before an Expanding Force, and I gave him the move Freeze Dry for its super effectiveness to water Pokemon, as well as the item Never Melt Ice for the added damage bonus. Gallade balances all your special attackers with his own normal attack stat, and we gave him all slicing attacks that get boosted with its ability Sharpness. If you see your opponent has a Pokemon that can outspeed Alakazam and Espeon, then your starters will be Reuniclus and Regiroth, and you are focusing on Trick Room and Psychic Terrain on first turn. Thankfully, I made Regiroth tanky with an emphasis on normal defense for those Katal Cleavers out there, and Reuniclus has a Focus Sash equipped, so they should both survive and be able to start the attack on turn 2. There will be times where you might have to choose other attacks besides Expanding Force, like a super effective Focus Blast to get rid of a Samurott or King Gambit at start of match, but whether by choice or force, those options are available. Hope you guys try the team out and have fun using it. Comment what you think and if you make any tweaks or changes. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hype the video. Thank you all again for helping me pass 1,000 subscribers. It is honestly a dream come true, and I truly appreciate everyone's love and support. I wish you all a great day and enjoy the fights.
What?